What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today I got something fucking juicy for you. Dead Man's Tale, the lever action rifle, the new exotic, has been added to Destiny 2, and you can go right out now and do the quest and get it. It's fucking fantastic. You know, if you ever wanted to be like a fucking space cowboy or space sheriff and just shoot these motherfuckers with a cool lever action rifle, then this is the gun for you. And I'll walk you through each one of the steps to basically get it, yeah, let's kick it off right away with step number one. Step number one is the arms dealer strike. Now it is the Nightfall this week, so I don't really know if it has to be the Nightfall or not. I suppose I can do some testing still on that, but what you'll notice is that this door that's usually not open in that strike is now open, and you can go through this area here. There's a fuck ton of turrets that you have to basically shoot. They're kind of chunky and they fucking do a lot of damage, but basically all you're doing is you're just fighting your way through this corridor until you get to the other side, getting past all of these turrets and basically almost dying. God damn it. As you get close to the end of that tunnel and basically come out to the outside, you're going to see Tangled here, who is loyal to Catel. And you're basically just going to take him down. Now, at the moment right now, it was just me. He's quite tough. You'll notice another teammate shows up just now. And basically, we just take this elite down. And after you're basically done fighting him and he's dead, then you'll see that my teammate goes over to the area where you pick up the item that you need to start the quest. So anybody can pick it up and it'll start the quest. You'll notice it in the top corner as soon as they pick it up. But I will show you right now as well where it actually is sitting in that. There comes the item as I'm talking about. But I'll just go over there as well and just show you exactly where it spawns and where you need to go activate it. So it spawns in this little area here. And once you click that, that's step one done. Step two is you're going to go to Zavala in the city. You'll notice he has a quest icon above him. And when you speak to him, that's going to give you a mission that you have to go do, which can be done solo or co-op. And it's basically like a once-off that you just have to do. There you'll notice it is the voice on the other side. And it says investigate the distress signal. That's step number two. So then step three is going to the Tangled shore. You'll notice there's a new icon there. There's a mission in the top left corner. And basically you'll see exotic quest Presage. It can be, as I said, played 1 to 3 players. And it has a recommended power level of 1230. So just click that and activate the mission. So this is actually a pretty cool mission. It's basically a derelict spacecraft that you arrive at, and yeah, it's fairly straightforward. I don't want to spoil too much of it because it's actually quite fun and quite interesting and very atmospheric. But it's got some zero-G jumpy bits and I guess you could say puzzles. I don't know if puzzles is really the right word, but some buttons that need to be pressed and you have to find your way around the area. It also does have combat, so don't think that you're not going to fight at all. And yeah, you just basically go through the mission. As I said, it's fairly straightforward. Just as an add-on to that, the only thing that I will say without really spoiling it is that there is a new mechanic in this stage, and that is that you have to shoot these Eragor orbs or blobs, and they basically give you this debuff. As you can see, it's counting down on the left there, which lets you go past these barriers, which otherwise, if you come close to them, actually deal damage to you. So there's a couple of areas like that where you have to try and find that and basically get through it, and that's really the only mechanically different thing when it comes to this section. The last step then, step 5 would be after you finish that mission, you're gonna get instructed to go back to the tower again, back to Zavala. Just don't make the mistake that I made, and that is that there's quite a bit of time that has to pass at the end of that level before it basically gives you the mission complete and gives you the timer to boot you back to orbit. I thought that the dialogue was completed and I could leave, and I left, and therefore I lost my progress and I had to redo it all over again. But nonetheless, the final step of this will actually then be just to go back to Zavala again, and Zavala is actually going to give you the weapon. Now, as I've mentioned, I was the recommended level for this is 1230. I was 1269, however, when I did it, and the enemies were still quite challenging to me. So there is the combat is quite hectic, and there it is, Dead Man's Tale. I got it at 1269, as I said, and basically If we look here, you'll notice that it does have a trait or a perk that has a question mark right now. So that means that future drops of this weapon can basically have different perks, and you can have, you know, different random rolls for this. Now, you can immediately after getting it the first time, do it again and get a second one with a new perk on. And it seems that you can do this on every character, but the maximum amount of additional times that you can do per character per week seems to be 1 at this moment right now. It's also like unmasterworked, so the most likely I would say during the mission it feels like there's some hints given that this quest will develop further on later in the season, and most likely will either have a different way to play it or something additional added to it which will actually allow you to get the masterwork. So that's it. Those are the steps to get Dead Man's Tale. Let me know in the comments below if you like the weapon, if you managed to get it as well. I think it's fucking fantastic. I like the feel of it, and I can only imagine it's going to be a lot better once you get a really good perk on it rolled. One that you're looking for. Also, the masterwork will probably make it a lot better. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you like the gun. And then what I want to do is, I'm warning now that there's spoilers for the last portion of this quest, but I want to add on a final piece just at the end here to help out for anybody that's struggling with the last portion of this. So this is your spoiler warning right now. I'm going to count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So as the last part of this mission, you fight a enemy called the Locust of Communion, which is essentially a big scorn that walks around and with a flail and sets the ground on fire. Now, the mechanic of this is that the upper floor has you switching off there in front of there, the blue keyboard that you're seeing there. You're switching off the below area, the heat, so that you can go down and fight him. But he is really, really tough. And again, like I said, if your light level isn't great, then he's going to be doing a lot of damage to you, and it is quite a hectic fight. I did die quite a few times here. Now, something that works here is to basically do what I'm doing here now, is to go drop down the one side and then shoot at him, all his enemies, clearing them out, and you'll see he'll start making his way across. So you put a couple of shots in, then you jump over and you go to the other side again and you drop and shoot him again. So I was just doing this over and over again, and during this time as well, you'll notice that all your abilities and stuff are recharging, so I had like 2 supers that I could do during this fight, so a lot of it makes it a lot easier. There's ammo drops and everything like that, but I was just playing it hyper safe like this because there is no time limit, so you can take as long as you want with this section, because if you do die at any point during this fight, you have to restart the entire thing over again, and it is quite a lengthy affair. Now, if your light level is a lot higher, I can imagine that this would not be so fucking hectic, but I think I was a little bit under, the sweet spot for this. Now, one last thing, just in part of the strategies, you'll notice that at certain levels of his life, he does, however, spawn additional adds at the top again. So you have to be cognizant of that as you're doing this strategy and bouncing from left to right on top, that you will be running into some adds. So just when you go up there, don't go up there with empty guns or anything like that, and be ready to push enemies off you. It'll often be those ones, or it'll be the screebs that come and jump on you and explode. And both of those at my light level was like an instant death. So that's it. But in any case, that's my just additional tip for this. And again, like I said, this does however spoil the last boss, but hopefully this lets you do it a little bit easier if you are struggling with this. Alrighty, so that's really it. I'm fucking done. I hope you enjoy the weapon. Have fun doing the quest. Remember to do it that second time so you can get the second drop of it. And enjoy your day. Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, wherever you are. And until next time, fucking cheers.
They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the